Welcome to the first battle of Week 7 of the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2. I'm Lionhugs from Florida Flesh Ribbons, and I'll be commentating today. This battle will feature Sun and Friendly, Noel's team, versus Rio Grande Rapidash, Emperhoof's team. There are no Mega Pokemon available for this battle, however, let's go over the Z Privilege Pokemon. On Noel's team, Latias has the Attack Z Privilege, and on Emperhoof's team, Tornadus Therian has Anti-Z Privilege, and Crocodile has Z Attack Privilege. And I'm not gonna lie, right now, I'm a little... I feel just like a little under the weather right now. So I can just keep the additional thoughts very short. This match does seem to have... on Sun and Friendly's team, or as they've been sort of rechristened, Sun, Sand, and Friendly's team, we do see the appearance of Excadrill and Gigalith, as well as Klefki, so I wonder if there's going to be some Sand play going on into effect. Potentially to shield from special attacks from Emperhoof's side, and just, I guess, to switch it up between Sand and obviously Drought from Torkoal. And obviously Shiftry is making that appearance, so that is definitely somebody you gotta watch out for once Sun is set up. On Emperhoof's side, we do have Crocodile, though, who could at least benefit somewhat from the Sandstorms. And beyond that, I'm wondering what exactly Milotic will bring. Obviously, water attacks will be weakened during the drought phases, and it will take some chip damage from Sandstorms, but it is still a relatively bulky Pokemon. Anyway, without further ado, I feel like we should begin. And liability to Crocodile is Emperhoof's starter, and facing off against Everlast the Gigalith. However, Intimidate does lower its attack, causing Noel to switch out to Klefki, who is coming in on a balloon. Knockoff, however, will remove that balloon. I'm assuming Klefki is probably going to do a Levitate now, or soon. I'm sorry, a Magna-Rise. I said Levitate, that's an ability. This renders Earthquake useless. And Geeheart is now ready to set up on the next move. I'm assuming we're going to see maybe like a Dazzling Gleam against Crocodile, to which Emperhoof will switch out to... Oh! Trouser Snake the Milotic instead of Dragalge. Oh, right. Noel uses Klefki as a Spike Setter. So there goes that first layer. And it looks like Trouser Snake is holding a Flame Orb. That is to protect Milotic from any other kind of statuses, since it can take burns pretty easily. And out comes Big Spanky's a Fortress. Takes a little bit of chip damage from Spikes. Whereas Noel swaps out for Aria the Latias. Draco Meteor is resistant and only do 32% damage to Big Spankies. However, it is at 56%. This still, however, allows Big Spankies to do a rapid spin. And Sandstorm and Spikes are gone. Out comes Warmth to Torkoal then, to immediately set up the Drought. And now comes Liability, which will intimidate Torkoal, but Torkoal's probably not going to stay out much longer, and even if it does, it could weather a lowered attack. Oh, interesting choice. Instead of Shifter, we get Aria the Latias. Ooh, one hit KO from that knockoff. I lost his Choice Scarf. I'm assuming Noel was expecting Dragalge to come out, which is why they split out to Latias. Instead, Ranger the Shiftry is able to set up Nasty Plot on Liability the Crocodile. Superpower brings it, would have done a one-hit KO, but thanks to Focus Sash, Ranger hangs on by 1% damage. Now Liability is, well, in a tough spot. It's lost a little bit of attack and defense due to Superpower, and it has to face... Ooh. My apologies, Giga Train nearly kills it. However, it looks like it also held a Focus Sash. Ranger did take an Earthquake, lost about 25% damage, but is still able to hang in there to knock out a Dark Pulse and get rid of Crocodile. Now, while obviously Crocodile is down, the fact that its longevity kept it out for so long has also dragged out Sun. So Billy Sun will only be active for a few more turns. And out comes Death Gripper, the Dragalge. I love that name. Forces a switch out for Klefki, which is obviously immune to Draco Meteor, comfortably taking that. Well, you don't even have to take that hit if you're immune to it, of course. And out comes Trouser Snake, probably to take a Dazzling Gleam, if not another Spike Slayer. Yeah, it looks like Noel's trying to fish out for that Fortress, try to take it out maybe with Torkoal. Because once that Fortress is gone, spikes will rack up damage. Ooh, 2 layers of spikes. Noel's really hoping to get out Fortress. Get Fortress out onto the fields. Or rather, maybe more so Emberhoof. Snake does release a Scald, and only does 16% damage. And there is the 3rd layer of spikes that will do a lot of damage to Pokemon who try to switch back out. As a result, it looks like Milotic is trying to focus on taking out Klefki to then allow Fortress to come in and Rapid Spin. At least that would be my guess. Noel, however, predicts this, or is expecting this, and sends out Drought Warmth to prepare for that. Scald is still doing a respectable amount of damage. 25% isn't that bad, but it is severely weakened into the Sun. Ooh, out comes Majin Buu, the Tornadus Therian. I love that name as well. Solar Beam is resisted due to the fact that it is part Flying type. And out comes Defog. Okay, so it looks like Emberhoof has 2 hazard removers. However, it still takes about 43% damage from the Lava Plume. Another Lava Plume might be enough to go ahead and take out Majin Buu. And out comes Big McThankies, the Dusclops. I love these names, so creative. Ooh, drowsy. I'm sorry, Yawn. Yawn makes Big McThankies drowsy, which means on the next turn, if it doesn't switch out, it will fall asleep. Whatever it was going to do. It forces a switch out. And it will predicts this comfortably, and also does another Yawn on Death Gripper. Yawn is a very excellent pressuring move. Looks like Noel can comfortably keep doing this for a little while. However, pressure does reduce its PP by a bit if it keeps up that strategy. Instead, we have Keyheart the Klefki come out, and Big McThankies. I'm not sure either Pokemon can really do that much damage to each other. And well, it looks like it's trying to, once again, set up spikes. However, a taunt from Big McThankies will shut that down. Klefki has no choice but to either attack or flee. Seems like Emberhoof was really prepared for this battle, just with having the 2 hazard removers. And as expected, Play Rough does only about 14% damage to Big McThankies, does not do too much. Keyheart is burned, which will decrease its longevity. However, Warmth sets up another Drought. I wonder if they're hoping to set up Shiftry again. A Dark Pulse from Shiftry after a nasty plot could take it out, or at least bring it down to the red. However, 2 Seismic Tosses brings Warmth down to 17%. A Lava Plume brings down Big McThankies down to 61%. Still, it's possible that Shiftry can take it out with a Dark Pulse, but this still has to worry about Dragalge. Keyheart takes that final seismic toss, losing 25% and going down. The score is now 5-4 in Emberhost's favor. And out comes Ranger the Shiftry. I don't know if he can take another seismic toss, so naturally Noel does go for the Dark Pulse. Unfortunately, it only does about 42% damage, which does allow it to get taken out by a seismic toss again. I never thought I'd see the day where Dusclops actually takes out a Pokemon, not gonna lie. Not saying that it can't, obviously it can, but Seismic Toss has taken out both Shiftry and Klefki. Out comes Everlast the Gigalith using... Oh, sorry, it is actually Big McThinkies that uses Plane Split. Oh, and here's the first Stealth Rock setup of the game. Looks like since Klefki is out, Everlast is now taking that role of Hazard Setter. And it also has leftovers. Without Crocodile, unless maybe Landorus, I think Landorus might get the knockoff. That'll also increase Gigalith's longevity as long as Drought is still active. And Will-O-Wisp does not affect fire types, so Warmth is able to set up Sun very nicely. However, yeah, I don't think it really benefits anybody else on Noel's team. And Seismic Toss takes out Warmth once again. The score is actually 5-2 in Emberhost's favor. Very interesting, and out here comes Everlast with its Sandstream. Excadrill is still a very tough Pokemon. I wouldn't necessarily count Noel out of the battle just yet. Stone Edge, however, only does about 14%, bringing McThanky's down to 56. Oh, and then the Sandstorm brings it down to 50%, so... But with those Seismic Tosses and Pain Splits, it looks like Big McThanky's is still pretty comfortable being out on the field. And Stone Edge really isn't doing that much. That might be Everlast's best move given the burn. Unless Noel gets a critical hit, this might be Everlast's... Okay, second to last turn. My apologies. I thought this would be the final turn. I did the math incorrectly. Since Big McThanky's is faster, I would assume Everlast should switch out. Because the burn damage plus the leftovers, they basically cancel each other out, so Everlast can't really heal anymore. And out comes Amelie, the Excadrill. I love that name. Seismic Toss again doing 27% damage, but anything that's Excadrill could do at this point will pretty much take it out, given the fact that it is now at 4%. Unless Emberhoof is faster, apparently not, it would be best to switch out, which Emberhoof does, to Trouser Snake the Milotic. While it is burned, a Scald might be able to take out Amelie in one hit. Oh, Sandstorm is down. Ooh, but an Earthquake finishes off Trouser Snake. I'm trying my best not to laugh at that name, but it looks like it doesn't matter anymore since Milotic is taken out. And out comes Death Gripper. Draco Meteor won't do much, so I wonder what it's expecting to do here. And it doesn't seem to matter because Earthquake takes it out in one shot. As I said before, Excadrill is kind of a sleeper pick for Noel, or maybe not necessarily a sleeper pick. Everybody knows how strong Excadrill is, or at least most people I would assume. However, Majin Buu pressures out Excadrill, or rather, as Majin Buu comes out, Noel seems to switch out to Everlast to set up one last Sandstorm. Once Majin Buu makes another connecting move, I believe he can take out Everlast. It's only at 10%. Yep, the Air Slash does hit its target, and out goes Everlast. The score is now 3-1 in Emberhoof's favor. Noel is down to Excadrill, their final Pokemon. And out comes Amelie. And an Iron Head is able to take out Majin Buu, given It's extremely lowered defenses. I'm sorry, extremely lowered health. There's only about 39% left. And now we are down to both Fortress and Big McFankies, who goes down due to spikes and rocks. This is down to the wire. We are down to the final Pokemon of the match, Fortress and Excadrill. I don't believe Big McSpankies can do too much against this Pokemon. And one Earthquake, which... Oh, I think this is the first critical hit of the game. Big McSpankies goes down. The score is 1-0 for Noel. Oh my goodness. That was extremely close. Wow. No, that was amazing. It seemed like for the longest time there seemed to be just a lot of back and forth between Noel and Emberhoof, and then Emberhoof seemed to take control of the match with Dusclops, but Noel seems to have been very careful in setting up those stealth rocks and spikes, ensuring that neither Majin Buu nor Big McSpankies could properly remove those hazards. Seems like one layer of spikes and stealth rocks was able to rack up a lot of damage for Noel, not to mention the proper use of the Sand Rush ability for Excadrill towards the end. Without Excadrill, I'm not sure if Noel could have actually pulled off this victory. Likewise, without Dusclops, I didn't realize Dusclops would have been able to have pressured so many Pokemon during this match. I am very much excited to see what these players will do next week. And anyway, that closes my own thoughts. Thank you all for tuning in. This was just the first battle of Week 7 in the FnF Akira Draft League Season 2, so look forward to seeing more Week 7 matches coming very soon. Once again, I am Lion Hugs from Florida Flash Ribbons. Thanks, and see you later.